Hey y'all, it's V, and welcome to my podcast, Everything But Lies, where we talk about all and everything above the skies. Today's episode is going to be a completely different episode, new episode, fun episode that I'm excited to share with you guys. For you guys that are listening through the streaming platforms, you guys will only be able to hear this episode. But if you are watching on YouTube, you guys can tell this is our very first video podcast. And boom, 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 boom. Your boy in a brand new place. Your boy in his own apartment. I'm excited to start this new journey. I'm excited to start a new beginning. I'm excited to finally be able to call this place my own. As many of you guys know from previous episodes, I've kind of always lived with people, from the very first time I moved out until these last recent years. And one thing I can say is that it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me, new things, it taught me, things about myself in regards to things that I like and things that I don't like. I will say every situation that I was in, I'm thankful for them and I'm blessed for them because, it helped me become the person I am now. And it also put me in new positions and different positions outside of my comfort zone to where, I learned about different things that, things that I thought, maybe I do want this, but turns out, I really didn't want them, or things that, maybe I don't really want this, but I ended up enjoying them. So, this whole episode, this whole video, this whole podcast, it's a New Beginners podcast. So, a lot of you guys I know probably want an apartment tour, but right now my apartment is not fully set up how I want it yet. So in about, a month or so, I will give you guys an apartment tour. But a lot of you guys were requesting that I started bringing in videos for the podcast. And so that is what we are doing. I have videos that you guys can watch on YouTube. And I will still be doing the regular audio that are on the streaming platforms. So first and foremost, when it came to me getting my own place, I do want to say that, I want to thank God because without him, it wouldn't have been possible. It wouldn't have been possible for me to achieve it. Even throughout the whole process, I know when I was doing my apartment search, I had looked at around 8 to 10 different apartments. Some of y'all may say that's a lot, but me, I'm picky on the things that I like. I'm picky on the things that I want, and they were must-haves. So for me in my apartment, the must-haves that I wanted was I must have a balcony, and another must-have was a kitchen island. Those were the two things that I was not settling for, and they were things that I wanted. Other things were non-negotiables. So like one of them was being able to have hardwood flooring throughout. And so my number one pick that I really wanted was all hardwood. I went in and I applied for it. And you guys who have applied for apartments, you may have heard of something called the Guarantor group or program or whatever. So pretty much with my very first apartment that I applied for, I wanted it. I had got approved, but because of my credit, they wanted me to go through the Guarantors program. And so what that is, you're pretty much paying, it's like a month and a half of the rent, but that's your deposit, but it's non-refundable. And so for me, baby, I'm not finna like pay all this money and you mean to tell me none of this is refundable when I move out? Yeah, no, I wasn't buying that. So I ended up applying to my second spot, which is actually the spot that I moved into that you guys will be able to see when I do my apartment tour. And I ended up falling in love with this place more than I did the first pick. I fell in love with this place like when you guys will see the kitchen and the backdrop and how it is. The one that I really wanted was all white. This one is like a wooden scheme and I love it. I love my kitchen. This kitchen is way bigger than my other kitchen. And for you guys that know me, I love to cook. So I'm excited for this kitchen. It gets to see like the different things that I want to cook and I'm gonna prepare and I'm gonna do. Um, and so on top of that, I feel like God was looking out for me because I ended up getting with this place. The only thing that I didn't have that I maybe wanted was all hardwood. My bedroom is the only thing that's carpet. But with this place, the rent ended up being cheaper in the place I'm in now than the place that I wanted. Um, and it's still fairly new. Like these apartments came out in 2023. The other ones were being brand new. So like when I moved in, they still would have been building units and buildings. But I'll say everything was God's timing because for one, he was able to save me on rent. Two, I still got exactly what I wanted. Um, so a message behind this is never doubt what God has in store for you because what you don't see, he sees, and all he is doing is making a way for you to have the things that he knows you're ready to have. So I do want to say, I thank God for this because without him, I would not have been able to get this place. Um, and so, from my new beginnings, one thing about me is I'm very simplistic. One thing that I like is now I can finally decorate and set my place up exactly how I want it. Um, when you're living with people, it's a give and take. I've said that in another episode, they're give and take. You're giving things and who you're with is receiving them and vice versa. So, for me, like I'm an organized person. I'll have things set up a certain way and I will keep it organized, even from my bathroom to my kitchen to the washroom. And when you're in your own place, you can design it and create it based upon your personality. And nothing is wrong with that. So, being in my own place now, I can really design things, set things up exactly how I want them. And I know they'll stay that way. I'm not throwing shade or nothing like that. But, when you're in your own place, you can do stuff like that. One thing I'm happy about too is I'm finally able now to have my peace and quiet. I've only been in here for a couple of days, and I ain't gonna lie, I do be bored. I be bored out of my mind, cause it's like only so much to do. But it's like when if I'm sitting in my room or sitting in my living room and just silence, it's like the best feeling ever. And for those who know, but it is the best feeling ever to just be in complete silence and soak up just the calm energy. And so I love it so far. Like I said, I do be bored. I be bored out of my mind, but I be finding different things to watch on TV or I be on TikTok and stuff like that. Trying to use my time, but I enjoy having my peace and my quiet. And then the thing about it is, whenever you do want company or you want to go out and do stuff, you can, but you coming back to a quiet and a peaceful home or a house. And so, there's new things too that I'm also doing now that I'm in my own spot and I can have things how I want them. I know one of the things that I said is that I will no longer be buying juice from the store. I have a juicer, and so today I ain't gonna say my first juice, but it's like, my first juice here in this house. I just did pineapple and orange juice, and that shit was so good. Like, you're not gonna taste it like that in the store, because for one, it's all natural. It don't have no additives, nothing in there to preserve the shelf life or nothing like that. And it was so good. A second thing too that I'm doing is I plan on cooking everything from scratch. I really don't plan on buying anything from the store. I've already saw different things. On how to start them. With some things, just from doing my research, you do have to have a base. Like for an example, yogurt. In order to make homemade yogurt, you do have to use a little bit of store-bought yogurt. But as you keep home making it, you take away the store-bought. So that's my goal, is to do everything from scratch, everything fresh. And I'm excited. I feel a sense of happiness. I feel like I'm starting to gain myself back. Um, and my love life, I feel like, is on a track to get back to how things were. And so, baby, I'm excited. I love having my own place. I just love it. Like, and it's me. It's just me. Um, some new things. I do have some new things coming up within about 3 weeks. Hopefully by that time I'll be able to do an apartment tour so you can see my apartment. And then when I get my new addition, I'm not gonna say yet, but some of y'all already know my new addition. You guys will be able to see him. My child, if we will say, but that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all gonna have to watch the video to see what I'm getting that's gonna be a new addition to my home. But I'm excited for my new journey next year. New things are happening. I'm not gonna say yet because it is something that I do want to keep private. But starting at the top of next year, I will be in a new beginning as well. So through this whole entire journey, I can say that I am finally getting to a place where I am happy. I am getting to a place of regaining my peace. I'm getting to a place where I can really say that this is mine. It's my own. It's, my place. And, I've had another place too that was just solely mine, but I couldn't really say it was just my place, my place. And through everything, I'm blessed through what God has put me through. Through my journey, I was able to become a godparent. Through my journey, I was able to be around children of all different ages. I was able to be a part of a big family. I've said before, I wish that I had a bigger family, but, I wasn't born with that. I was able to experience and be a part of, a journey with being with someone who comes from a bigger family. So through everything, my whole journey, my whole process within the past year to year and a half, I'm thankful for it. I'm blessed for it. I'm finally now, in a place where I can really see what is it that I like, what is it that I don't like. We think we know what we like and what we don't like, but until you are in a place where you are alone and you're finding yourself alone, you truly don't really know what you like and what you don't like. I mean, I'm just stating the facts. Like, you really don't. What I think ground level things, yes, I do know what I like and I know what I don't like. But on that deeper level, when you're looking into that soul searching and that inner connection, you really don't know what you like and what you don't like until you don't have any outside energy coming into, your surrounding, your magnetic field or whatever it is you want to call it. You don't know. And so, it's a new journey for me. It's a new journey, but I'm excited for the journey. And where it's taking me. And one thing I will always say too is, learn to be comfortable with yourself, because when you're comfortable with yourself, then you can start being comfortable with other people. But I am gonna keep this little episode a little short and a little sweet. But like I said, I'm excited to be bringing back a new podcast because I know it has been a long time since you guys have heard my voice. I'm excited now to be adding a little video element to the podcast, and taking you guys with me on this little journey. We are gonna try and get back into vlogging and things like that. But I'm excited for this new phase. I don't even want to say it a phase, like this new journey in my life. And we're gonna call it new beginning. New beginnings of peace, love, self, and fun, baby. Cause we gonna be good. And I'm excited. Like I said, I am excited when my place does finally come together, because it's a lot of stuff that I know I want and I know I want to do to it. But one thing they don't tell you when you moving into your own place is it costs more. to get your apartment or your house how you want it than the actual rent. And so baby, we get in there. We get in there piece by piece by piece. But for right now, I would say it's coming together to where it's like it's starting to feel like home. And I'm okay with that and I'm good with that. But I am going to end this podcast here for today. I'm gonna keep it sweet and short with you guys. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Our Instagram at Everything But Lies Pod. Our Facebook at Everything But Lies Podcast. X, I will leave it in the description below. And I will also leave the description for the link to watch this video. Like I said, you guys, we are bringing video footage in to my episodes from now on. I love you guys, and I will see you guys again for another episode next week.